That is absolutely insane. Oil is leaking. It's a real disaster, an environmental catastrophe.
Aerial and satellite photos show the extent of the oil spill off the southeastern coast of Mauritius.
And it is so depressing. You can just smell the oil. There's oil everywhere. On the 25th of July, Wakashio ran aground on the southern coast of the island en route to Brazil from China. Sadly, it was carrying 4,000 tons of diesel and fuel oil, so now it's a mad dash to try and contain this oil. Luckily, we seem to be getting some help from France. It's a heartbreaking situation here, especially when you look at the impact that this will have on the environment. There's a boat out there.
We're falling out, we have reached disaster. Don't know where we're gonna be after. And we do it all again and again and again and again.
The good news is Mauritians have really got together in this time of crisis, and they're building these things called boudins, which is like these massive barriers. These barriers are made up of local sugarcane as well as shade cloth or fabric, which they are then sewing into these nets, which are going to be used to help stop the oil from reaching the beaches, because this is highly absorbent.
But I know we can save it. Cause we're like Alpha and Omega. Even if we go all out and break us down, we can work it out. Cause we're like Alpha and Omega. Even if we go all out and break us down.
Once these floating boudins have been made, they're then loaded onto boats and strategically placed around the lagoon to try and limit the damage. Thank you so much. So this is what they've been doing here in MAHEBOURG. Lots of volunteers have come down. The general public has really pulled together. A big shout out to Vanilla Village, as they've also been offering free haircuts to try and collect as much hair to help in this situation.
So the hair gets taken and put into thin stockings or netting, and then it apparently is a very effective way of catching the oil and holding it to get it out the water. So come and donate your hair.
Absolutely.
Every little bit helps.
If you want to save our earth, go to Vanilla Village and just cut your hair.
Who's next?
He's a marine biologist, so he wants all his hair gone.
The main areas where all barriers are currently being placed are around Blue Bay, Pointe-Esny, MAHEBOURG, Rivière de Criol and Vieux-Grand-Port. This is an absolutely daunting task, and environmentally we stand to lose so much. And this is a serious problem for Mauritius. Now it's all hands on deck trying to drain this oil before the ship potentially breaks in two. With big seas predicted, it's a race against time. See that over there? The police have cordoned off a spot down there on the beach. But they're starting to load these boudins to form some sort of a barrier. I mean, it really is a spectacular beach. One of my favourite places to come. I mean, look at it. It is just pristine and just, I love it. If you look here, there's not too much oil. In fact, I can't see any oil at all at the moment, so let's hope it stays this way. So yeah, desperately sad news coming out of Mauritius on this week's vlog. But I do feel I need to report this because this is what's happening, and it's one of the worst ecological, if not the worst ecological environmental disasters this island has ever seen. But if we all band together, we can all do something maybe to stop the spread of this oil. So let's see what happens in the next few weeks.
Now that I'm looking back, I can see all the signs I tried to fill in the cracks that were spread in my mind, but I was all out of hope, lost in.
So I'll tell you what was amazing about today was witnessing all the organizations and all the volunteers and people who came out to really help with this disaster and try and make a difference.
On est obligé. Si on ne fait pas ça, qui va le faire? Qui va le faire? Vous voyez? On est tous ensemble. C'est nous tous qui va souffrir.
Oui, c'est mieux, tout ensemble.
Oui, tout ensemble, vous voyez? Il faut. Un petit coup de main, vous savez, ça compte.
Thank you, everybody that helped, really. It's just simply amazing seeing this nation united despite these very difficult circumstances.
I found home in your arms of gold, in your arms of gold.
And with that, I leave you and I will catch you again very soon.